Ever feel like you're not quite living up to your full potential? Like something's just a bit off.
Yeah, like you're not quite fitting in your own skin.
Exactly. Today, we're diving into something that might help human design.
Ooh, human design. We're going deep on this one.
We are. Our source material is this fascinating interview from the Ignition Path podcast.
With host Kyle Goodnight and human design expert Lori Lesai, right?
That's the one. And what's interesting is that Kyle, the host, is kind of new to all this himself.
Like a lot of us, probably.
Right.
What was his take?
Well, he's tried personality tests before, the whole shebang.
Trying to figure himself out. Relatable.
Totally. He even mentioned being labeled learning disabled and ADHD in school, so you know he's been searching for answers.
Makes sense that human design piqued his interest. What is it, though? Lori gave a definition, right?
She did. She called it this blend of ancient wisdom and modern science.
Ancient wisdom and modern science. Now, that's an interesting combo.
Right. We're talking astrology, the I Ching, even quantum mechanics, all mixed into one system.
Whoa. Okay, that's a lot to unpack. What's the main idea?
Basically, it's all about your unique energy flow, how you're designed to interact with the world.
Okay, I'm starting to see why this is called human design. It's like a blueprint of your energy.
Exactly. And what I found really interesting is that Kyle really connected with this whole idea of energy.
Yeah. He seemed like a pretty high energy kind of guy from what I remember.
Oh, totally. He even joked about wanting to blame his busy nature on his human design chart instead of ADHD.
Huh. I love that.
Yeah.
So did Lori actually map out his design for him?
She did. Even with just a little bit of info, she pegged him as a manifesting generator.
Manifesting generator. Okay, now you're just using big words to sound smart. Break it down for me.
Right, all right. From what I understand, manifesting generators are all about action. They thrive on juggling multiple projects.
So like the ultimate multitaskers, always got a million things going on.
Pretty much. They get a real charge out of staying busy and making things happen.
And this resonated with Kyle.
Oh, absolutely. He said he feels most alive and juiced, as he put it, when he's in environments that allow for that kind of variety and activity.
Well, that makes his experience in that high-paying corporate job even more interesting, doesn't it?
Talk about a contrast. It's like that job completely drained his energy.
Because it didn't align with his natural way of operating.
Hmm.
Right. That's a key insight from human design.
100%. It's not just about finding a career you're good at, but finding one that actually aligns with your energetic design.
Finding that sweet spot where you can really thrive. Now we're talking.
So how does human design actually figure all this energy stuff out?
Well, according to Lori, it all comes down to the moment you were born.
Oh, really? So like a birth chart, is that where the astrology comes in?
Kinda. But instead of planets, it's all about neutrinos.
Neutrinos, you're going to have to break that one down for me.
So neutrinos, right, they're like these tiny particles.
Okay.
And they're everywhere, sipping through space and stuff. Well, at the moment you're born, Lori says these neutrinos, they capture the cosmic energy and kind of imprint it onto you.
Whoa, hold on. It's like they take a snapshot of the universe at the exact moment you enter the world.
Exactly. Like a cosmic fingerprint. And that becomes the basis for your human design chart.
That is wild. And this is where Kyle really pushed back a bit, right?
He did. Because, as a paramedic, he's been there for a lot of births. He's even delivered a baby before.
Talk about being in the thick of it. What was his take on this whole birth moment thing?
Well, he really got hung up on the definition of birth. When does this cosmic snapshot actually happen? When the baby takes its first breath, when it's fully emerged. Even Lori, with all her human design knowledge, admitted it's a tricky question.
Wow, yeah. I can see how that would be a tough one to pinpoint. It really makes you think about the weight of those first moments, how much they might influence us on a deeper level.
Absolutely. And this whole idea of unique imprint, it reminded me about the concept of profiles in human design. Did Lori talk about those at all?
Oh, she did. So what are profiles? Are they like personality types within human design?
Sort of. Think of your human design chart as this blueprint of your energy, right? Well, your profile adds another layer of detail. It's about how you're designed to interact with the world and, interestingly, how other people perceive you.
Okay, I'm intrigued. So what did she say about Kyle's profile?
She said that Kyle, being a 25, makes him really susceptible to what's called projections.
Projections, like in a movie theater?
Not quite. In human design, projections are all about how other people project their own stuff onto you, like their expectations, their assumptions, all of that.
Projections, huh? So it's not just me then. Other people get that too.
Oh, it's a thing. It's like they're seeing their own reflection instead of the real you.
Exactly. And Kyle totally gets this, right?
Totally. He said his enthusiasm for, new ideas, future possibilities, it often leads to misunderstandings.
How so?
Well, people mistake his brainstorming for like concrete plans,
Hmm.
or they think his excitement means he's making promises when really he's just, exploring.
I've been there. Just because I'm stoked about something doesn't mean I've got it all figured out.
Right. And that's where understanding your human design profile can be so helpful, I think. It's about recognizing those projections and not taking them personally.
Not letting them define you.
Exactly.
I love that. So what else resonated with you from this interview?
Lori's story, for sure.
Yeah. What about it?
This woman, right, she left a 26-year teaching career after discovering human design.
Whoa, seriously.
Yeah,
After 26 years, that's a huge leap.
right. She said she just knew deep down that it wasn't aligning with her energy anymore.
I can relate to that feeling. Like your intuition is telling you it's time for a change.
Exactly. She said meditation really helped her through that transition.
Interesting. Did you find any apps or anything particularly helpful?
Yeah, she actually gave a shout out to Insight Timer.
I've heard of that one. I might have to check it out. But okay, so as we wrap up here, what's the biggest takeaway for you?
I think it's the idea that we're all designed to thrive in our own unique ways.
Right. And human design gives you the tools to actually figure out what that looks like for you.
Exactly. It's like this permission slip to embrace who you really are.
And to let go of those labels and expectations that might be holding you back.
100%.
This has been so fascinating. I feel like we've only just scratched the surface of human design.
Me too.
For anyone listening who's as intrigued by this as we are, we'd love to keep the conversation going.
Definitely.
Hit us up on social media and let us know what resonated with you. Until next time, keep those energy levels high and those projections in check.